Hey, good morning. It's or good afternoon, wherever you may be. It's Mobb Guppy, where the guppy is the mob. Enjoying a Diet Dr. Pepper. Maggie, the super pooch, is in her crate because we're not quite ready for her to be a part of it. She'll jump all over the place, all that sort of stuff. Sorry, I've been away for. I dropped in last week for a few minutes. I was not feeling well. I was not the Rona. I just picked up a bad cold. I'm just about completely over it. So there you go. And I'm ignoring Tekla back there. She's really doing well, though. Really doing well. Got to do my water changes here this afternoon. I've got food to eat. Oh, good. Logan, how are you? As you can see, my voice isn't quite all the way back yet, but I'm doing well. Doing well in this fine holiday season. I hope that you had a tremendous Thanksgiving, which was a couple of weeks back. I was in Chicago. I drove up, and I came back from Chicago. I'll tell this story in a little bit. It was not good news, and with one of my aquariums. So we'll get in that as the morning kicks in. I hope that you all are having a great holiday season. For those of you who celebrated Hanukkah, I hope it was amazing. I hope that dreidel spinning was amazing. Yeah, so let's see what. She'll settle down. I just took her out for a walk. She likes being with her daddy. Ordered some stuff from American Brine Shrimp. I was getting low on my brine shrimp. Here's something weird I've noticed. And for those of you who go out and get things online, which I do a lot, especially for the fish thing, because there's not a lot of the aquarium stores near me. I think all of you, there's stuff they just don't carry because it's meant for people like us who are really into the hobby, not your general garden variety. We got a 30-gallon aquarium in the living room type folk, which I have no problem with. I'm all in for those people, and you have to. That's where the business is for the local fish store. So big thumbs up. So, but there's certain types of foods you can't get. There's of course brine shrimp eggs. It's certain types of filters and heaters. And the heaters, unfortunately, are so expensive. If you have a heater conk out, it's insane. You'll pay almost triple, or sometimes minimum double, but sometimes triple what you'll pay online. I get those. I go between the Aqueon and the Tetra for my 10-gallon tanks, the preset ones. I have bought those in the last year. I've bought those as cheap as $6.50 a heater. And I was at PetSmart, and they wanted $18 for it. Crazy. The first 0000 secret agent registered with the USA government, Peter Thiel. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Gray, how are you? So yeah, so it's so I gotta get junk done around the old house today. I'll do my water changes, do all that. Just normal stuff. So I ordered, and I won't see which company I ordered it from because I really like their stuff. I ordered it Monday morning at 4 a.m. Okay? Guess when they put it to be shipped? Thursday. Now, I wouldn't have a problem if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but you get to the Thursday, really? Baby brine shrimp eggs, some fish foods. Really slow. And I've seen a lot of that. I've done a lot of online ordering over the last several weeks, and I can't believe how slow. Is this part of the the employment shortage where businesses are having problems getting things in? It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Yeah, luckily it's cold out, so the eggs will be fine. My last order of brine shrimp eggs, it was like as fall was kicking in, and it was like in the 60s here. I'm going, okay, well, that makes sense. And of course, by the time they got here, it was like 85 or some ungodly amount. The hatch rate has been okay with this round. It's I agree with you, Doug Gray. For those of you who do uh, the brine shrimp eggs, order them when the weather's cold. So my stuff's gonna be here on Monday. I paid the extra amount for priority shipping. I also have to order from Ken's Fish, and I need to get. They have a thing for the plecos. They go nuts for one of their foods, and I need more bags. I don't order a ton Baltic Sea guppies. I normally get the 16 ounces of brine shrimp eggs. I don't have that many of aquariums up. I'm not like Doug Gray, who probably would go through that in a week. Um, but that's what I order. I usually order just a few months worth. I'll probably get a larger amount, towards the spring to get me through summer and all that sort of stuff. So there you go. What else is going on, gang? Uh, College football's almost over. The NFL season, I think we're in our final third of the season. Uh, for those who, Doug, I know you're in Philadelphia. Logan, you're in Portland. Are you, if you're still here, are you a Seattle Seahawks fan? Or are you like a Niners fan or some other rando team? A lot of people in Oregon, they sort of go back and forth. The folks in Oregon, though, hate being considered a suburb of Seattle. So, and I have family there. My parents retired to Washington State. Um, they hate the idea. You're a Raiders fan. There you go. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, is a big Raiders fan. My brother being a Vikings fan, America's team, America's true team. So there you go. By the way, with my cold, I was, picking up the provisions, like the NyQuil, the Mucinex, And so I saw this and I bought these. I don't think, I think the only thing that's worthwhile about these, and I'm all about taking supplements, uh, is that, it had sort of like a menthol type deal, made your head feel less congested. But yeah, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Now that football season's getting over, it's more stuff around the house, more time with the fish. It's I'm got to catch up on my streaming services that I've almost used nothing since September 1st. There you go. Yeah, Baltic Sea Guppies, they have not been sold. They're under the same ownership. They just move from city to city like gypsies, which you'd sort of expect from a team called the Raiders. What's the name of the tribe in Africa that they're sort of wander through the African type of deal? They're shepherds and apparently known for killing lions like with a spear. Uh, it's our buddy Kang Lee, who is Hmong, uh, the Hmong culture in Southeast Asia is very much, has been traditionally a wandering people, primarily because they were an ethnic minority. And Maasai, yes, you're correct. The Maasai, correct. Baltic Sea guppies. Yeah, it's there are certain cultures where wandering is just part of their deal. It's the nomadic tribes of the Middle East, part of the deal. It's part of the and I by the way, I kind of like those cultures, studying them. I don't, they're a different breed of folk, mainly because I like sleeping in my own bed. I'm high on that. I prefer to sleep in my own bed. So, okay, so when I was out of town, I got back and I had a die off. And it was just, I've turned the corner, thank the good Lord, with the Amica Splendens. I have no idea what they picked up. I did general cure. That once I mean, I came home and there's like 4 dead. I sold off a bunch, and so it's I traded some, so I didn't have a huge population, and all of a sudden, over half of them are dead. So I did general cure. Water change, general cure. It's turned the corner. They're getting better. They're doing well. So, but yeah, that of all the things when you go out of town, I was just out of town. I left Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was amazing. I don't think Ali Shan will make it. He got a new job as Bobby Bonilla's personal assistant. Pay is $1 a year. Yeah, there you go. Bobby Bonilla is, his contract is brilliant. They have to pay him for for the rest of his life. It's awesome. The Mets continue to make mistakes. Continue to make huge errors. So, Doug, I've never asked you this. Are you a big sports fan? Are you a big Philly sports fan? Or are you like, rate yourself on 1 to 10? Scott's Aquatics. S, how are you? How y'all doing? MLB and NFL. Yeah, Major League Baseball. Yeah, it's so yesterday it was 71 yesterday afternoon. And when I went to sleep, it was like 65, and I woke up and it was like 34. I actually slept more. I've been getting over this, and last week for work was a bear. We had a lot of crap going on, a lot of stuff going on at work. Yeah, Demarius Thomas, what a great player he was. I loved watching him play. And he was, and there's something about these guys in the NFL that are receivers that are not necessarily the number 1 or number 2 receiver. And I think Demarius Thomas with the Broncos was the number 2 or number 3 receiver, but he always made big plays. I love that type of thing. William Pridemore, how you doing? Happy December. Christmas will be here before you know it. So at my office, we have a big thing that starts at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to be in the next week or two just hunkering down and working at completing that task. And it's all on me, unfortunately. The good news is I'm not going anywhere for Christmas. And so I think this is the type of low life I am. One of my neighbors invites me over occasionally, and they're very sweet people. Uh, the little kid, they have a couple little kids who think for whatever reason I'm a great role model. So I've got to get those kids a couple of gifts. I've got to get the little boy likes a truck. I figure out, I think the daughter's like a 10 or 11, something like that. So I've got to go get something for them this week. I'm not going to get prunes for the kids. I like them. Even though giving the gift of regularity is always a strong thing. And if you've ever gone through a period in your life where you're not necessarily tremendously regular, let me just tell you. By the way, on this year's, I've been sharing my weight gain journey, and I need to do a little bit more about it. I've only gained a half a pound. An autographed Childress photo. That's a good idea. You know what I bought yesterday? Chickpeas. That's strong. I bought an Ancient Aliens t-shirt. It's going to be here this week. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm all in, by the way. It's let's see. I'm trying. Hold on. All right. Let's see if this thing has been shipped out yet. So my Ancient Aliens t-shirt, which is strong. So I got that for me. And I also got for Christmas, and I'm not wearing it right now. It should be from there. Ancient Aliens should have their own 24-hour channel. Lord knows they've made enough episodes of that show. Again, for those who have not, everybody watch Ancient Aliens. Doug Gray and I will send texts back and forth when it's on. Usually we alert each other when it's on because neither of us ever want to miss it. And some of the premises are pretty cool, sort of makes sense. And some of the premises are absolutely off the gourd. Standard rule if you're watching that show. If in the first 5 minutes you see David Childress, you realize the premise is terrible. If all of a sudden Childress is not on there until the last 10 minutes, it's wrong. Vinay, what's up, my man? How are you, sir? Nikolai Tesla, alien. Of course. He was. That was that premise I'm all in on. John Oliver, how are you doing? Now, when did you stop shipping, John? Do you stop shipping until February? Doug, you ship out a lot of fish. When do you go through there? He's not a scientist, S. It's Giorgio Tsakoulis or whatever it is. He's Greek. And he grew up in Switzerland. And he's not a scientist, he's a journalist. He's a theorist. Speaking of aliens, have you seen the Hertz commercial? That has him being recharged like an electric vehicle? I'm not. So you're watching a lot of people run for 24 hours in Arizona? Lumpy dog, how are you? Yeah, my fish shipping is done till February. Earliest, if somebody hits me up and it's like the third week of January and the weather isn't that terrible and the mail seems like it's moving well, there you go from there. Reptilians or aliens? The reptilians would be native indigenous. I think that's correct. It's I think you're absolutely correct. Running around a quarter outdoor high school track. A quarter mile, okay. Well, I was picking up running a few years ago, and I ended up having that placiitis, whatever it is, on the bottom of your foot. It was 6 months of my foot healing, and I'm going, you know what? I have to get better exercise. That ain't it. Yeah, yeah. I made my last shipment out like the 10th. Let's see. It's like second week of November. Monster Fish Gal, how are you doing? And yeah, it's I'm not shipping out. I think my last shipment went out. I'll give you the date. The 9th. It went out on the 9th. And I will not be shipping until next year. You thought about running a few years ago. Jury is still out. It's a great way of exercise. I like getting on the treadmill at the gym. I'm not doing that a lot because I have a puppy that I'm training, and we're just not there yet. She's doing really well. But when I'm done with work and stuff like that, once I'm home and I'm training her and getting her ready to go. At some point it's not going to be a big deal. I'll be able to go do it. But right now I ain't there. You mentally jog in your sleep? I was looking into one of those Pelotons. My God, it's like I think beginning to end, you're at $100 a month for that, including the membership. With the sweaty people say, "You can do it, you can do it." It's so my weight gain journey of the holiday season. I went from June till right before Thanksgiving, and I had lost 13, 14 pounds. I've only put back on a half a pound. So far during the holiday season. That means Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, the drive to and from Thanksgiving, where I ate like a garbage pail. Uh, the company had a Christmas party. The company also had a Thanksgiving party. I ate like a pig in both places. Uh, I'm now back on my eating regime. So it's all good. The only bad thing I eat and is that I occasionally get the Lay's version of Pringles, which I think is better than Pringles, just to be honest with you. I think the taste is better. I think that so I get just the plain ones, and I'll have a few, a couple of times a day. And I haven't had lunch yet. When I'm done here, I'll eat some lunch and then make dinner. Yeah, so strong. Speaking of a cold, hold on a second. I got to blow my schnoz. I apologize. 1 second. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I don't need a pizza. I'm going to, it's, I have the vegan bean burrito. Put a little salt, green salsa on it. Bada bing, bada boom. It's good. It's good. Yeah, but I had to do my water changes, got to do my all that sort of stuff. So yeah, strong. What else is going on? Anybody doing any traveling for the holiday season? Traveling is such a pain in the neck. It's I had, you know, my sister said, "Why don't you just fly up?" You know, Joplin International Airport. I'm gonna go. The way that they offer flights makes no sense. So it would just it's cheaper and probably takes about the same amount of time to fly there and fly back, or drive there and drive back. I'm confused about the reptilian overlords. Lumpy dog, the reptilians are a thing. And the expert on ancient aliens, the guy has a beautiful mullet. I already have three furry feline overlords living with me, and I'm their human servant. By the way, the mullet is back. Totally back. I'm seeing it all over the place. For those who thought it was completely gone, it ain't. It's back. I saw though a woman with the Karen haircut the other day, and she put part of it in a man bun, right on top of the head, and I'm just going, I'm confused now. The Karen haircut. Yeah, do you know what, Doug? I was living in like mullet headquarters, and it had disappeared for a while. And now it is raging back. Growing a mullet on your back, in my ears and nose, growing old is wonderful. Yeah, my deal is I get this has to be cut back all the time. The hair is growing back here where Maggie cut me open like a stuffed pig. Yeah, the mullet's very popular in Oregon with the teens. Yeah, I'm seeing it with the kids. It's making a big comeback. It is making a comeback. Excellent. I've been looking at the one thing I've wanted to get, and again, I just go through and I'm going, hey, Petroman, 1185, CB in the house. All good. Delicious diet Dr. Pepper. Strong. I did ask my doctor what would it take to implant the nose hairs up here in my extra eyebrows. I'm happy with my remaining hair, but it's just. So I was thinking of doing this, and one of the sales ladies at my office said that she said if I did that, I would never get a date. I don't get dates now. I have a bunch of fish aquariums. I have a dog. I have a life. So I was thinking of just growing this out on the side and doing the Yul Brenner thing from the Ten Commandments. Grow it out long enough and then braid it or a ponytail out the side of my head. What do you think? If there's a cure for baldness, would Bezos be bald? I'm guessing no. I just think he likes being Dr. Evil. I think the man loves being Dr. Evil. I think he watched Austin Powers and just said, "Oh, I see my look." A Padawan ponytail. You see, I could do that. Yeah, so just right outside the side of the head. It's I'm not. I'd have to find somebody to braid it for me. I bet I could talk my brother into doing that. My brother has less hair than I do. My big brother. My big brother would be like the perfect. Get the baseball cap with the ponytail. You see, there you go. My brother would be perfect. My big brother. He's balder. He's older. He's fatter, but he's taller. If he was shorter, he'd be the perfect brother. It'd be perfect. My siblings and I, we come in three sizes: small, medium, and large. My sister's small. My sister weighs about. I asked my sister if her dog weighed more than her. She has a very husky golden retriever. I mean, very fat golden retriever. Um, and she goes, "No, I weigh more than the dog." And I'm going, "Yeah, probably not. The dog is huge." Then there's me. I'm medium. My brother's the large. So there you go. Yeah. So other things, I got to make an order this week with Ken's Fish. Generally, Ken's Fish is normally out there right away, but you guys, have you been ordering anything online? Have you noticed the delay in it getting out into the mail? I ordered like three things on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and a day or two. If you order fish online, well, I don't want those things going out till Monday or Tuesday. That's fine. If I ordered them on Wednesday, that's fine. But I'm just talking about normal stuff. You got selected to be a Nielsen ratings family, so I told them we really don't watch TV, some sports, or that it's YouTube. Well, there you go. I'll tell you what, it's you know, the people in the TV industry, there's just so much stuff to watch. There's the all the different uh streaming services, there's YouTubes, etc. You earned me a Baby Shark CD. Oh, that's great. It'll work as a coaster because I no longer have a CD player. Isn't that crazy? My computer doesn't have a CD player. My stereo system was stolen while I was in storage. Yeah, I've got to get more plastic bags. And let me see the other thing that I'm getting. Let me look this up. Uh, da, 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 Let me see. Oh, Ken's Ultra Meat Wafers. Ken's Ultra Meat Wafers are awesome. If you have bristle nose or bottom feeders or quarries, get those. Get those. They are terrific. I really, really like them. You see, there you go, Lumpy Dog. You're correct. And I need to get new plastic bags. So it's well, let me go to Ken's Fish right now. While we're here, Ken's Fish. All right. By the way, I have a bunch of extra aquariums, and I have been playing around with the idea of getting a tarantula. Anybody has tarantulas? And yes, I watched the tarantula, uh, so the tarantula stuff. Let's see, fish food, Ken's wafers. Okay, there we go. Gotta get that. Let's see here. What does Ken have for his premium flake? Um, yeah, I may have to pick up some flake from him as well. I'm all in. But anybody, where are you on the tarantulas? So I was looking at that. There's called Fear Not Tarantulas, where they raise their own tarantulas and ship them all over the country. The only question I have is would it be illegal to to paint the tarantula's legs fluorescent orange? I would think so. Again, I have to wait a little bit. Maybe this is a next spring project for me because I got to get Maggie. She's not. Again, it's just she's a puppy. She jumps on things. You know how that goes. If you jump up on the side of a 55 aquarium, not the end of the world for a 22-pound dog or 25-pound dog, wherever she weighs in at. Yeah. So there you go. It's and by the way, that's the beauty of the web, is that you can go and watch whatever's interesting you. I've gone back and forth on whether to get a snake, and it's I think the tarantula, number one, for the ladies, it makes me sound more dangerous. And isn't that the most important thing? Ladies love a challenge. Oh, he's a bad boy. He has a tarantula. He has a puppy. And he has 40 fish aquariums. He's dangerous. Isn't that kind of nice? Get a cobra? Yeah, you see? You have to get like license for that. It seems like too much work for me. Or a pit viper. And those king cobras, by the way, they're not a small snake. If you've ever seen those in the zoo, they are freaking huge. They're, 18 feet long or some ungodly amount. You have to basically find small children to feed to them. Not that I would ever do that. I guess you'd have to feed them rabbits. So that's strong. So yeah, so let's see what other little deals. Generally, as a thing, if all of a sudden you're feeding your cobras to small children, uh, that isn't going to work well for you. They'll eventually figure out it's you. Just heads up. Bunnies, on the other hand, you can raise those in the backyard. By the way, it's a business, kind of an interesting business. The people who raise rats kill the rat, freeze the rat, and then send it off to reptile people. That's wacky. It's a crazy way to make a living. Kind of a crazy way to make a living all the way around. It's yeah. So the tarantulas thing, you get the crickets. That's nice. So I've been looking at Fear Not Tarantulas, and I've got to watch some tarantula channels. Got on YouTube. This is where I'm at, everybody. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. A lot of times, people, and you guys may understand this, and ladies may understand this. Um, for idle hands, for me, it's like, wow, I need a couple more aquariums. What if I did get a snake? What if I did get, a chameleon or, something like that? Or what if I did get, a tarantula or scorpion? Yeah, that's how the idle hands for me gets used. It's that's the devil's workshop. It's not about getting drunk or anything like that. The stream has been flagged for promoting children as snake food. What would PETA think? They'd probably be in favor of it. I don't know. Feeding bunnies to snakes, probably that much. I do not want to get a monkey. No desire to get a monkey because they're like a child that never grows up and it's if I'm gonna get a monkey, you get married and have a child. That 1955 movie Tarantula had Clint Eastwood in it at the end. There you go. My hands aren't real steady today. Have you noticed? It's okay. Makes water changing the aquariums all that much more fun. Yeah, get a monkey. Monkeys are strong. That's a business idea. Raising children as snake food would make millions. Maybe that's what's happening with the Duggar girl. One of the Duggar girls got arrested for apparently child neglect, misdemeanor level. Not like the brother who went to jail. Yeah, I have the sea monkeys. I have like two things going on. The fish will be fed with those. Yes, at the Mobb Guppy live streams, we do tend to be a little edgy. Your pet rock died from starvation. By the way, those tornadoes you're in Kentucky, Lumpy Dog. Whoever's in Kentucky, Illinois, Arkansas, thoughts and prayers to all you guys. You got nailed by those tornadoes. Nailed. That Amazon factory got buried. Unfortunately, Michael Strahan went to space today and he came back. Pet rocks are hard to feed. They're always stoned. But bump. I think I hear the mail truck. Let's see. Yeah, maybe not. You're moving to Arkansas? Hope your house is still there. Where are you moving in Arkansas, Logan? I'm really close by. We'll meet up, have lunch. One would hope in Arkansas you can see a lot of mullets. I'm just seeing the mullet everywhere. I saw one in the Chicago area. I mean, good times. Speaking of Arkansas, Sheridan. Yep, I know where Sheridan is. Yeah, we'll meet up. It's yeah, the Amazon facility, like, I mean, just it was crazy. Thank goodness my Amazon stuff doesn't come from there. Mine comes from near Kansas City. The Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society, Logan. Really, really good deal. They do a couple of events a year. So there you go. Lumpy, you're in Michigan, Lumpy Dog. Okay. 60 degrees, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah. It's kind of gusty here. It's in the 40s here, and it's blowing pretty hard. I was out there walking Maggie about an hour ago. Oh, she's sleeping. Little Poochie's sleeping. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, so it's. I lived in Little Rock for a couple of years. It was nice. Yeah, it's a good one, Logan. Northwest Aquarium Society. Michael Hollingsworth's a part of it, who's a great guy. John Oliver is not far away from Sheridan. We could all meet up. John Oliver, you and me can meet up in Little Rock, have lunch, at some classy place like Zaxby's. Or we could go Local Lime in West Little Rock, which is nice. Yeah. What I don't like, I'll say this about going to the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society. The water's very soft. At least in Little Rock, it was very soft. Crushed coral needed to be added if you needed hardness. I love that about Philly. I love the muggings they give you all the time. Muggings are strong. Oh, the reason I didn't go to the Northwest Aquarium Society last table sale, I'm still working on training the dog, and there was not a good place for me to put the dog. Now there is. There's actually a daycare, you know, uh, in my area. My vet opened up a daycare that's open on Saturday and Sunday. Bingo. So I could easily swing down, meet you guys somewhere around Little Rock, and for lunch, and then drive back and pick up Maggie on the way in. Yeah, it's and by the way, another thing about Philadelphia, Doug Gray, you will confirm this if you find this true. Whatever you do, do not stand in line to get a Philly cheesesteak past midnight. They typically meet in the Fayetteville area, Northwest Arkansas. So they meet their club meeting, which they have not done since the pandemic, is at the Rogers Police Department. So there you go. See, Doug Ray confirmed. No cheesesteak. Visit Philadelphia. Remember a couple of notes here. Nothing good happens after midnight. Okay? When you're out around town. But the one place you do not want to be is anywhere near a cheesesteak line in Philly. A cheesesteak line in Philly is a bad thing. So and I appreciate, generally speaking, the food's good if you have a chance of dying. The chance of dying was strong. So there you go. My other little restaurant tip. Hey, Tourist Cheesecakes. Best cheesecake in New York City. I will tell you, and when you try it, you will agree with me. Guaranteed. Brooklyn Diner, which ironically enough is not in Brooklyn. They have one on 57th between, I think, it's 7th and 8th. Manhattan, and the other one they have in Times Square on 42nd Street, right across the street from NASDAQ. The best cheesecake. New Yorkers, you'll hear a lot of New Yorkers, they'll go, oh, it's Paulie's or it's Junior's. There's a couple others. Brooklyn Diner, forever. It is the best. And cheesesteaks, it's if you want to enjoy, keep away from the Philadelphia mugging, you can always go to Wawa. They serve cheesesteaks at Wawa. If you don't know what a Wawa is, it is a high-end gas station with pretty good food. And people will go on talking about Wawas forever. There's two in the Midwest that, depending on the location, have pretty good food. And one is Casey's, and the other one is Come and Go. Come and Go, K-U-M, the and sign, go. So there you go. Ferrera Bakery for everything else. There you go. I miss going to Garfield, New Jersey, to the wonders of Garfield, New Jersey. They have one of those Italian delis, and it's a line of people. The raviolis are awesome. The sauces are awesome, all made there. And everybody in line looks like an extras for Goodfellas. More than 20 hours remaining in your race that you're watching. Ooh, the suspense. Yeah. Just gonna be building from here. Lumpy Dog is watching a 24-hour race of people running around a quarter-mile track. Do they get breaks? Use the restroom, eat something? Or is this just straight running? Do they just hand them the food, and if nature calls, they just have to leave and they fall behind? I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, so Logan, for the water, in Sheridan, I'm not familiar. If they get their water from the same place that Little Rock does, soft, soft, soft. Crushed coral worked very well for me. Crushed coral. All right. All right, change direction. Every 4 hours, the clock never stops. They can take breaks anytime they want to. Ah. That seems that's crazy. Yeah, no, the house is always more important, Logan. You want to be in the right place. No, I do have a quick question here. Let me do my maps here. Okay. Sheridan. Let's see here. Okay, good news. You're about a half hour away from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Never go to Pine Bluff. It is set up for drive-by shooting headquarters. Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Avoid it at all times. See, there you go. Yeah, Maggie's Monday training is completed. I've been sick since this, the thing. If I feel better, I'll be back on Monday at night. If not, I'll start a week from Monday. Yeah, you want to avoid Pine Bluff, Arkansas, if at all possible. It's a nice place to drive through. Bob Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics. Hey, Bob, do you have any tarantulas? Maggie, chill. Yeah, Maggie passed her course, which was strong. Yeah, I'm big into that. Bob Elvis Kaler. Oh, then you're used to soft water, Logan. No spiders. I'm kind of considering a tarantula. Throw in a few crickets. It's all good. All good. All right, gang. We've been here about an hour. I'm still dealing with this cool thing. I got to blow my nose in junk. Adios, amigos. We will see you next Saturday, maybe on Monday. We may begin to get back. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Have a great day.